Hey all, Barry's Campfire Guitar here, and today we're going to do something very special. We're going to celebrate an underrated, under-celebrated Canadian artist, a guy I just love to pieces, and today I'm playing my fake Gibson Hummingbird. It's an Epiphany that my brother cleaned up, and my brother agrees that this guy is one of the most underrated musicians in pop folk rock history in Canada. We're talking, of course, about Myles Goodwyn from April Wine. And I just learned a little bit about Myles in the last few weeks, reading his biography. And of course, he's from Waverley, Nova Scotia, born in Woodstock, New Brunswick. So he's a Maritimer, Easterner, down home. I only learned a month ago that Hank Snow was from Nova Scotia. I, believe it or not, didn't know that. And there's you can hear country influences in Myles's writing as he was working to achieve a sound with pop songs, pop hits that were crossover country, folk, rock. He's a master of balladeer in rock, Canadian rock history, and he's starting to get recognized for that. But a lot, the average person might know April Wine's name, but doesn't know Myles Goodwyn's name. Myles Goodwyn is a great Canadian, and I want to show you a simple element in the songwriting of Myles Goodwyn that makes him so good, because he's very good at signature chord changes that inject a ton of emotion in what's an otherwise a very simple 3-chord song. And it's reminiscent of Hank Williams Jr. or Hank Snow or some of these old country guys. And the sequence I started with there was from "Lovin' You," which is waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, minor, F. I left you alone when you needed me, and I hurt you when I said we were through. Now I've learned since you're gone, you were right and I was wrong, and I'd give all I have to be with you, 'cause I know the times when I must have been blind, when loving you was all I had to do. If I'd given you more understanding, I would have realized that I was unfair, taking more than I should, until you left me for good, and I'd give all I have to be with you, 'cause I know the times when I must have been blind, when loving you is all I had to do. So in that song "Loving You," done in 3/4 time there, a nice little waltz where he's going C to the E to the A minor to the F, and then third line he's going C to the E to the F to the D minor. That's a nice little chord change there, and the D minor adds that little tension in there. But what I really wanted to draw your attention to was in the second verse there, I just played yeah, when he goes for the other verses, he's ending the fourth line with C to G to be with you. But the second time, before it goes into the solo, he's going from the C to the G. Segues to the A flat to do. And then into the solo with the piano tinkling in the background. Now I've learned since you've gone that you were right and I was wrong, and I'd give all I have. There's the G to be with you. Here's the F, 'cause I know the times, Lord, when I must have been blind. Loving you was all I had to do. So that the CGF, which is how he opens the song in the intro, in that transitional bit, he goes from the C to the G to the A flat. That is what adds the intrigue. What comes next? At that point, you don't know where the song's going. It goes into this really nice solo with the piano in the background, and it's that, in my opinion, that shift from the G to the A flat. I love that chord change. That's what makes that song really special. And Myles uses that device in other songs as well. Not the exact same sequence and not the exact same chording, but a similar transition to a dramatic chord, a simple chord, but that is melodically dramatic in the context of the other chords of the song. One of those is one of Dave Wine's most popular song from Nature of the Beast, Just Between You and Me. It's a typical G-C-D song in the key of G. It's got a passing reference to the E minor, passing reference to the A minor, which we've seen in some other songs of Neil Young's. But he throws in an E flat in there. Yeah, well, look at that chord. You kidding me? He's playing an E flat in the key of G, but I got a strong pinky, so I can play that nice and clean. You beginners will have difficulty playing an E flat clean. It's got quite the stretch there from that D sharp or that E flat to that B flat. But it's a good chord to know, that E flat, and I'm going to show you another song that has that E flat in it as another dramatic chord change. But Just Between You and Me, I'll play the first verse and you'll pick it out instantly, and it just a tweak of emotion that really makes the song. Now that's a song where he's got big crashing triple guitars, electric guitars playing, but you can folk that thing down. So that's the intro, which is all electrified up. But time again I see GDC. A love that seems strong was not meant to be. Broken hearts don't always mend, left too unsure to try love again. baby, I know our love will be just between you and me. Always I know our love will be just between you and me. So, just between you and me, G, D, C. Baby, I know, to the G, E minor, love will be, to the C. Just between you and me, always I know. See? He plays the E flat, that dramatic. Always I know. And that really emphasizes the word always. Always, I know. Always. And when he plays that song, the E flat chord always comes on a very key word, like always I know. Baby, I know. So that really interesting chord choice of the E flat sets that word, it really emphasizes that word and adds a ton of emotion to what's otherwise always or baby, just a regular word. It really emphasizes it. Dramatic chord changes. Again, Myles Goodwyn, brilliant balladeer, and that's the essence of balladeering is simple chords, G, D, and C, occasional E minor, A minor, and a D, but always I know our love will be just between you and me. So there you go, Loving You and Just Between You and Me, two songs with dramatic chord changes. There's another one I want to quickly get on to. There's a lot of good chords in this one. Actually, Myles didn't write this, and I have to admit, I've never heard the original by Elton John and Bernie Taupin. But there's an intricate picking pattern, which I frankly I find hard to pick that pattern because it's 8 notes, but it's done in those triplets with a doublet. Doodle-dee, 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 doodle-dee. And but it's an 8 count, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so it's hard to pick that and sing it. I'm pretty good at picking and singing at the same time, but I actually can't do that one. And so I'm going to show you how I play Bad Side of the Moon. That's the name of the tune. I'll pick the intro because it's so characteristic. You hear it on the radio all the time. But when it comes to singing, it seems and this is another one of those songs with Myles Goodwyn. You got to choose. You're either going to go high and sing it where he does when he's 21 years old. Seems as though I've lived my life on the bad side of the moon. Seems, so he's singing the E note. Well, there's times when I can do that, and there's times when I can't do that, and particularly when I'm having a beer. I have a hard time hitting the high notes. So I'm going to sing at the octave lower. Seems as though I've lived my life. Seems as though I've lived my life on the bad side of the moon. So stir your dregs and sit your stills without a rustic spoon. Now come on people and live with me where the light has never shone. Where the hornets flock like hummingbirds speaking in a foreign tongue. I'm a light world away for the people that made me stay, living on the bad side of the moon. It's in my life, it's in my life, it's in my life, my life. It's in my life, it's in my life, it's in my life, my life. C, 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 B flat, F, F, C, 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 B flat, F, F, C, C. It's in my life, it's in my life, it's in my life, my life. notice how I'm playing this up in the this 8th and the 6th position. You can of course play that down here, but to vary it up again, this is a method I talked about in an earlier video. Why play those chords in the open position when you play the verses in the open position? Switch to the higher position for the verses, so you can punch them out, and you only need to play the triad. You don't need to play the full F chord. You don't need it. You don't need the full C chord. You just need the triad, because it's really about the voice. It's a my life, it's a my life, it's a my life, my life. In fact, it's largely about the rhythm. And in fact, there's one point in where one of the chorus runs. It's my life, it's my life, it's my life, my life. It's my life, it's my life, it's my life, my life. It's my life, it's my life, it's my life, my life. It's my life, it's my life, it's my life, my life. It's my life, it's my life, it's my life, my life. Now that's a 3-chord song, and it's in the key of F, of course, because F is the 1st, B flat is the 4th, and C is the 5th. But you know, he's got the inversion there because he starts with the C, goes to the B flat to the F. Da 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 da. Now, the theme of this video is cute little chords that add a little tension. And in the intro, he's got the C going, the B flat bass note. It seems as though I've lived my life on the bad side of the moon. So C, and then the B flat bass, which is an interesting chord. It's like a C, but instead of the C bass, you got the B flat bass. A, and then the C7, which has that what is that? The B flat, the C with the B flat in it, because C is the 8th, and so B flat is the 7th. So that's C7. So. And then it's the next 4 chords that make it. Da 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 da. And that's F, that our E flat, famous from Just Between You and Me, D minor, da 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 da. So you take a chord progression 1, 4, 5 with the F, the B flat, and the C, and you throw that E flat in there, and it sounds great. Incidentally, yeah, although this is a Myles Goodwyn tutorial, you know, Kim Mitchell, another great Canadian from Max Webster, does the same thing, Go for a Soda, right? When he's playing the F, the C, and then that E flat with that cool little. So in one of our blue moons, you say you won't have it your way, I wanted mine. All this debating going round, and the blue moon makes me thirsty for a round. Might as well go for a soda. Nobody hurts and nobody cries. Might as well go for a soda. Nobody drowns and nobody dies. Might as well go for a soda. So it's same as Bad Side of the Moon. Key of F, boom, boom, boom. F, the F, B flat, and the C. But Kim Mitchell's a pretty damn good guitar player, and he's got that pretty nice little run there. Now getting back to Myles Goodwyn. Let's see. Just Between You and Me. Loving You. Bad Side of the Moon. There was one more. Oh, yes, of course. The Balladeer. Not not so long ago when I was just a child. This is a great chord progression that Lennon and McCartney used all the time in their heartfelt ballads, and Myles was a student of Lennon and McCartney, and he uses this as well in Child's Garden. This chord transition that I just love. I can't name a song that has this chord transition in it that I don't like. It's so satisfying. But not so long ago when I was just a child, I never understood, never realized how much you meant to me. It's that transition from the D to the D minor. How much you meant to me, D. I don't think I've ever told you so. D minor to the A. So it's just A, D, D minor. But that D minor is so dramatic when it's juxtaposed against the D major. Not so long ago when I was just a child, I never realized the way I felt inside and how much it meant to me. How much you meant to me. And I don't think I've ever told you so. I thought you'd like to know that Nancy and I can understand. I understand. I was unkind. I must have been blind to your sorrow. And night after night, trying to live through your sorrow. And I was a bastard and I was wrong. And I was lost in the things that I'd done. It was breaking your heart. It was breaking your heart. So you hear that from the D to the D. Very dramatic. The other chords, you can look the tab up for this easily to see what the other chords were, but it's I understand, I understand. E, and then the and I was a bastard and I was wrong. That's GDA. And I was a bastard and I was wrong. This is another one where Myles was singing this one, and it's 1976, and he's 25 years old, and I'm the opposite of that. If you reverse those digits, so he would sing it. And I was a bastard and I was wrong, and I was lost in the things that I'd done, and I was stealing just for fun. It was breaking your heart. It was breaking your heart. He sings it the octave higher. There's times when I will sing it the octave higher, but sometimes I'll drop it down that octave, which I talked about in the previous video about the value of dropping down an octave, staying in the same key without having to use a capo to change the pitch to match your voice. Just drop it down an octave if you're a male with a lower voice. There you go. Myles Goodwyn, really underappreciated in Canada. His name's not well enough known, but he's a really good writer, a good songwriter. He knows how to write a ballad, and a lot of it involves the use of the strategic placement of odd chords that are slightly out of the main key of the song, and that can involve the use of an E flat chord in the key of G, or use of that D minor in the key of in the key of D. Or the E flat also in the bad side of the moon. The D minor also happens also to be in that bad side of the moon as well. So you got a couple of dramatic chord uses there, and of course, "Lovin' You" with that cool little tacet from the the G to the A flat right before the break section. So strategic use of chords to emphasize a key word. Baby, I know our love will